Hello, my fellow angels and demons. Welcome to the third QnA of the channel. I'm really excited for this one, not only because it's been a while since I interacted with you all like this, but also because I worked really hard on those stills and I can't wait to see how they'll go, and I hope you guys will like them too. Also, sorry this took so long to do, it's a lot more work than you might think. Thank you everyone who participated, and I'm sorry in advance if your question did not make it through the final product. I had a lot. I have no clue how long this video will be, but oh well, let's jump right in. So first question is by Virgil Storm. They ask, really random question, do you like musicals? If so, what musicals do you like best? Also, I love your work. Well, first of all, thank you. Second, yeah, I like musicals. I forgot if I had answered that before, but if I have, the musicals I like probably changed. My favorites are Six the Musical and Mean Girls. Ruby Rose 1029 asks, I missed you and your sides in the Q&A, so how have you been this year? And do you have any methods to stop procrastination? Saying that everything has been okay this year would be an absolute lie. There were many ups and downs, and heck, a lot changed just these past few months. But good news is, I'm finally seeing a therapist to help me, and I have my wonderful friends to help me too. Things are still very hard right now, but it will be okay. Not necessarily immediately, but eventually. Also, you're asking methods to stop procrastinating. To me, the lazy potato. I'm not even sure what methods I use. How do I pronounce that? Cheyenne Pardon asks, I don't know if this has been asked, but this goes to all your sides. Who's your favorite side to hang out with? Now, I'm pretty sure this one was asked before, but I kept it in since I know the answer has now changed. Also, before I answer, I probably won't make my sides talk like I did last time, because my sides do not have stills. So I'll answer myself. Might be cliche much, but Andras loves to spend time with his beloved Noah. Lakin adores spending time with Lawrence, and Kim just adores spending time with any of them, really. They all love each other, but the couples like to be with their partner, you know? Maddie Rose asks, I know this is kind of weird, but have you ever had crazy dreams? And if you don't mind sharing, what were they about? Oh boy, that happens a lot. I think the craziest ones for me are when I am vividly dreaming of my own characters or about me being in their world. It happens a lot. Heck, I even made a document with all the dreams relating to me being stuck in the Ace Attorney world. But I won't share the details of those because the video is long enough as it is and I don't have all day. Gachatelin asks, Hey Noah, Lakin, what was the most comforting thing you had before you joined the light sides that helped with them? And Kim, have you ever baked butterscotch cinnamon pie? It's super good. Well, their comfort were each other. But if we're talking about an object, Noah has a cat plushie that helps him calm down. As for Lakin, he has his pet snakes and a snake plushie to help him. Kim never baked butterscotch cinnamon pie, but it really does sound good. Was that an Undertale reference too? Aubrey asks multiple questions. 1. Any extra info about your OCs? Well, it's kind of vague since I have a lot of OCs. The only thing that comes to mind is about Nyx and that she's very stubborn and will sit on your legs to make sure you don't move to force you to go to bed if you're drunk. 2. Who's your favorite side of yours and... Now, I suppose I can't answer the first part of the question since Oddball Kitten had also asked this particular question. And the answer is, I love them all, but I do have a soft spot for my baby Lakin. But I'm going to skip the second part of that question, I'm sorry. 3. What other fandoms are you into? Ace Attorney. 4. How long have you been animating? 2-3 years, that's when I had started taking animation classes, but if we're talking about animating for fun, that's probably been a bit longer than that. 5. How old are you? You don't have to answer that if it's too personal. That's fine. I turned 20 years old on the 6th of May. 6. Do you have any siblings? Yep. I have an older brother and I love him very much. He's the one who made my YouTube banner. I commissioned him, of course. 7. And finally, how are you today? If we're speaking today as we speak, I'm okay. But I would be lying if I said I've been okay all the time. Miscellaneous Arts I am so sorry. Mr. They asked, why do I love Lakin so much? Why is he adorable? Why do I want to squish him? Because Lakin is Push's bean and he deserves all the love. Oh, hi Luna, I love you. Luna asks, Dark, you know I have to do this for my family, for my honor, for everything. How do you feel about Kermit the Frog? We stand Kermit the Frog in this household. Scorching hot Kermit tea. Caring Ocean asks, proceed only if you dare. Who are the characters you simp for? Be honest. Well, I guess my simp list is going to go public now, huh? Okay, so it's rather short as the list is only about the characters I currently simp for and do not count characters I used to simp for. Also, just because one character is at the bottom of the list, it doesn't mean I don't love them. They're on the list for a reason. Also, you'll probably notice that some characters are mostly coming from one particular fandom. Anyways, let's jump right in. In 4th place, we have Milo Belladonna from Monster Camp. Listen, they're gorgeous, okay? Not my fault. 3rd place, we have Simon Blackquill from the Ace Attorney game Dual Destinies. I didn't think I'd simp for him before. I wasn't simping for him before. But here we are now! 2nd place, we have Fitzgerald, or simply Fritz, from the visual novel Cinderella Phenomenon. I blame Luna for this. Just look at him. He's adorable. He's precious. I love him. 1.5, because that's a thing. Place is a tie between two characters. The first character is Barak Van Zeeks from The Greatest Attorney 1 and 2. Before the barricaders come in, no, I don't condone the mean things he's done at all. Just because I like a character doesn't mean I condone their actions. Anyways, what intrigued me was the mysterious aura around him. I wanted to know more. What definitely killed me was when he started to imply he had a heart, and his character development really was the nail in the coffin for me. Help. Please look at him. It's not my fault he's hot. The other character in 1.5 is Kaiser. Yeah, the tiefling manager right there. Listen, when your lovely friend Allie bombards you with the art of this boy, it's kind of hard not to. Just look at him, he's so cute. Ah! And finally, 1st place, we have Clavia Gavin from the Ace Attorney game Apollo Justice. He has my heart. He deserves better. He deserves a backstory. He deserves to grieve. Capcom, please give my boy the love he deserves. Yeah, that's my simplest. Please don't use it against me now. The Zinc Master asks, to your sides, have there ever been accidents from using your powers? For example, yeeting something into the ceiling? Yes. Kim once tried to grab a cushion and accidentally crushed it. Lawrence had accidentally sent their tea flying onto the ceiling. And Lincoln once accidentally got tangled in his strings while trying to pick up a box with them. Claro Guy asks, I'm late. Who's your favorite character to draw? Cuillin. Listen, my brain is killing brain rot. My brain is D&D brain rot, to be honest. Like, I drew her so many times with different outfits, I think that says it all. Ace Clarvon Sioflor asks 2 questions. How are the elemental characters, and how many OCs do you have? The elemental characters are doing pretty good, some more than others. And you know what? I actually counted how many OCs I have, because I had time to spare. And I got around 164. Oh my god. The Dark Arrow asks, to your sides, what are you guys' favorite movie genre? Kim, Lincoln, Andros, and I prefer animation movies, whether it be dramatic, adventure, a mix of both, etc. Noah and Lawrence like sci-fi. Gabby asks, to all the sides, how are y'all doing? I hope you're doing splendid. Hugs for you all. And for the 2 couples, what is the cutest thing the other has done? Noah has been hell anxious lately, but we're working on that. Otherwise, we're doing okay. The cutest thing Lincoln has done is cuddle Lawrence while they read a book and Lincoln fell asleep. Last cute action was them asleep with a bunch of pillows around them. Andy's cutest thing to Noah is whenever Andy is excited and happy over a project, while Noah's cutest thing for Andy is whenever Noah laughs and snorts. Eskill asks, I just have a fairly string of questions, if you could call them that. How are you doing today? How was your sleep last night? Have you eaten yet? What about water? We all know we need to be hydrated to continue suffering in this corrupt world. Yes, I'm okay. I just like to slip in little stuff like that every now and then. Just gonna say I'm proud of my children for learning from me about the importance of sleep, eating, and hydrating yourselves. If you haven't drank water yet, do it, you adorable little gremlin. Anyways, I'm doing relatively well. My sleep was good, and don't worry, I did eat and drank water. Autumn Dawn 7165 asks, if your sides were D&D characters, what class would they be in? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Kim would be a cleric, not for the religious part, but simply because they're a mom. They heal. Lawrence would be a wizard, hardworking and study hard to become one, loves to learn, you know. Andy's a bard. I don't think I need to explain why on that one. Noah would be a rogue, mostly because of the aesthetic. A by disaster clumsy if rogue is very interesting to imagine too. Now for Lakin, we were not exactly sure, but we decided to agree on paladin for him, for the healer plus protector side of him. Shirley McDonald asks, what is your spirit animal for land, sea, and air? Cats are definitely my spirit animal for land, or just in general actually. I'm not sure for air and sea though. I had to take a quiz for which marine animal are you, and I got dolphin, but I don't know. And then I got snowing owl for air. I adore snowing owls, but I have no clue if that fits me. Catchabell Studio asks, what is all your D&D characters' favorite things? Food, color, animal, etc. Since I didn't introduce all of my characters, I only talk about Nyx and Cuillin for now. So, Nyx really likes the color blue. She loves cats and isn't really picky when it comes to food. Her favorite thing to do is play around. Oh, and her favorite person in the whole world is Renan, her brother. As for Cuillin, she really likes green and blue. She likes all animals but have a soft spot for cats and dogs. She isn't a picky eater either, but she likes to eat meat. Her favorite thing to do is play her pen flute, especially the company of her friends. Sage Cohen Ryder continues on with their favorite questions. Favorite muffins? I know my sides already answered that, but I'll remind either way. Noah and Andreas love chocolate muffins, Laura and Lakin love muffins with caramel chips in it, Kim loves blueberry muffins. I won't answer for all elemental characters because there's too much, so I'll only answer for Dark, and hers are banana chocolate chip muffins. As for my D&D characters, Nyx loves chocolate chip muffins, and Cuillin likes blueberry muffins. Rockroll Rider asks, have you ever written your sides as characters in an actual story? A lot of your videos have definite lore elements to them, like how they're shipped with each other, and there seem to be toxic past relationship as well, and also the fact that they all have superpowers, which suggests that there are situations where they would be using them. I have thought about it, but I have not written an actual story with chapters, etc. I have, however, role-played as them with friends before, but I'm not sure that counts as an actual story written. But you're right. I have put out lots of lore elements about it though. Jack Strange says, I don't actually have a question, I just wanted you to know that you're doing amazing and to keep up the good work. Boo, heart. Thank you. Sarah Camp asks, what's your favorite animated movie or/and live action movie? I'm not a huge fan of live action movies, not gonna lie. I love a lot of animated movies, but I'd say that I have a softer spot for Lion King and Brother Bear. The Dragon's Eye asks multiple questions. 1. Favorite animal? Cats and dogs. 2. Favorite Nat 20/Nat 1 moment in D&D? Oh boy. There are so many things that happen that I can't pinpoint an exact Nat 20/Nat 1 moment other than when Renan absolutely slaughtered a goblin. So instead I'll recall 2 events that happened. The first one does sound like a Nat 1 moment, not gonna lie. Okay, so we have Nyx, Renan, Ali's character, and Ryan, Sid's character. The 3 of them decided to be sneaky while entering a building. We managed to do so, and there were 2 doors. Nyx went on the left, and since it was locked, she picked the lock. She did manage to pick the lock. And then the door freaking broke. Nyx was like, oh fuck. Thankfully, we managed to not be seen by the lady in the building, but oh my god. Speaking of which, Ryan hit on the ceiling like a bat when doing that, resulting in the joke Spiderborn, as she's a Dragonborn. The other thing I want to talk about is when Renan, against our demands, decided to leave and check on Void, Tori's character, and Nyx, despite being very injured. In the end, after he found them, he failed his role and collapsed on the floor, which, when asked if he was okay, replied with this glorious line. I quote, "Oh, I'm perfectly fine, just testing out the quality of this stone floor. The craftsmanship is great. Can you please help me up?" 3. Any specific people that inspire you in any way? My friends. 4. Are you able to stay motivated on bigger projects, art or otherwise? If so, do you have any tips on how someone can as well? I do, on some projects, but I don't even know how my lazy potato self manages to do that. I'm sorry. 5. Do you know how much your community cares and loves you as well? I do, and I love you guys so much too. 6. How's everyone doing? You and your sides. As mentioned earlier, Noah's more active lately, but we're managing. We're doing relatively okay. Oh god, how do I pronounce that? WTBO elsewhere asks, if you were transported into a world where you had superpowers and there were no real world repercussions, would you be a hero or a villain? Can I be the silent hero in the background? Like the one that helps but no one makes a huge fuss over it? I don't want like huge crowds of people I don't know trying to follow me wherever I go in real life. Victoria Ann asks, who is your favorite character to draw / make art of? Cuillin! I have drawn her so many times in different outfits. I have no self-control, help. Though I also have a brain rot for a new character I've made and will hopefully get to play as. I showed it once before, but here he is again. Meet Averon, the Tiefling Bard. Little Miss Zombie asks a few questions. 1. Are you familiar with Danganronpa? If so, which is your favorite game? I do. My favorite is V3. 2. Is Cuillin and Kaiser canon? Nope. It is not canon in the slightest. The drawing and doodle were made before we really had discussed it, but in the end we realized they were much better off as very close friends, even like siblings. They're very cute, but I'm happy and content with them simply being friends. I usually don't do that, but for this ship in particular, I will kindly ask that you do not ship them romantically. I'm okay with platonic though. 3. Have you ever considered making those wiki pages, the one made for fandoms, for you and your sides? No, because that's a lot of work, don't know how to do that, and I don't want to. Cookies and Cream asks, if 1 + 1 = 2, and the square root of 9 is 3, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? I love silly questions like this. Also, my favorite is vanilla, because I can add whatever the heck I want. Chocolate, caramel, Nutella, anything is possible. Okay, since 2 people had similar questions, I'll put them into one. So both Kaylee Luna and my friend Leo, hi Leo, I love you, asked, what is your favorite color? The difference to both is that Kaylee also asked for my top 3 colors, and Leo asked for my favorite D&D class and race. So, my favorite color is purple, and my top 3 would be, going from 3rd to 1st, blue, black, and purple. As for my favorite D&D class and race, I love rogues, it's my favorite class to play. And for races, I'm probably biased, but I like both elves and tieflings the most. Hi, asks, I'm pretty new, so sorry if you already answered, but how long have you been drawing? I've drawn all my life, but I mostly started in 4th grade, so it's been around 11 years ago since I've truly started drawing. Hi Jenny, love you. Jenny asks, favorite D&D character that isn't yours? Renan and Kaiser, because I'm biased. Lunar as a Fender asks a few questions also. 1. What inspired you to make your sides? Thomas Sanders. I may no longer do Sanders side stuff, but it has had an impact on me and inspired me to create my own sides. 2. What's your favorite video game? Undertale. I know how toxic the fandom has been and still is, which really sucks because that loud toxic minority is what made actual decent fans look awful. But I don't care at this point, Undertale is still a wonderful game and my favorite to this day. 3. Who inspired you to draw? If we're talking about what made me start drawing in the first place, that would be my utter will to draw Blaze the Cat out of nowhere, and it just escalated from there. If we're talking about who inspired me to continue drawing, then that would be my friends and my admiration for YouTube animators. I said love you. Sid Animation asks, what's your favorite game to play on your own and fave game with friends? I'd say Undertale for on my own, but I really like playing with my friends too. But my favorite games to play with friends are what we play during game nights with Evan. Among Us, Hide and Seek version, and Jackbox. Darius Does Stuff asks, oh hey, I recognize you. To the sides, what's your favorite way to relax? The unanimous answer to this is cuddles. Ravenfire asks two related to one another questions. 1. What type of elementals would your sides be? And if the elementals were friends to one of your sides, who would it be? Indris would be a fire elemental, duh, and Noah would be a darkness elemental, also duh. I can see Lakin being a light elemental and Kim being an earth elemental. Lawrence would probably be a nature elemental. As for who would relate and be friends more to whom, Dark and Cyrus would probably get along more with Lawrence. Stormy and Josh would get along with Andreas, and Tina, Martha, and Toby would get along with Kim. Lily and Kenny would get along with Noah, I believe, and Gerald, Jerry, and Jenix would get along with Lakin. X has been humans. X asks, what are our thoughts on Big Bird? I'm just kidding. I know you meant, what are my thoughts? Anyways, never watched the show, so my thoughts on him are the absolute neutrality. Coffee Wolf asks, what's your favorite song and would you sing it in public? How dare you make me choose? There's too many. I'm joking, but if we talk about in the moment, the song I listen to the most right now is the sea shanty The Wellerman. I want to sing it. White Rose asks, do you agree on this hashtag? Hashtag start the wall abuse. For the meme and because I love both you and Justin, I will say yes. Thankfully, the wall is magical and can repair itself instantly every time. Hunter Night Dragon asks multiple questions, but I'll skip the first and fourth one because they were answered multiple times. If you have one, do you have a favorite plushie? Yep, Caramel, my big teddy bear. Any favorite movies or snacks? The movie one was answered earlier on, but for the snacks I'd say Doritos. I don't know if someone has asked this yet, but do the sides have favorite animals? I think this was asked in the second Q&A, but I forgot, so here we go. Noah likes cats, Kim likes all, but I have soft spot for cats and dogs. Andy likes mystical creatures and dogs. Lawrence likes cats, and Lakin loves snakes. Sunshine Crystal also asks multiple questions. 1. Dark, out of all the ships you ship, what are your favorites? I'm only going to pick ships from D&D and Elementals, only because that'd be too much. Plus, you already know I adore my two-sides couple. In D&D, my favorite ships are Void and Renan, as well as Ares, Luna's character, and Amber, Sid's other character. Both ships are very cute, and heck, the first one is canon. As for Elementals, my favorites are Dark and Josh. Yeah, it's a ship. Then we have Henry and Lilith, and also there is a ship with Stormy, but unfortunately the one we ship her with has yet to be introduced. You are safe for now, Stormy. 2. Noah and Lakin, is there a particular reason you two love pets, like head pats? Because it's nice and comforting to me and to them. 3. Kim, what do you like to bake? Also, I'm going to include the Andy hug. Kim likes to bake cupcakes, cookies, and cakes. Also, Andy hugs back. He appreciates the hug. 4. All. Do you like anime? If so, I have a suggestion. Fairy Tail. It's a really good anime that I highly recommend. It will also fuel your multi-shipping heart. You're in luck. Fairy Tail is something I've already watched. I may have skipped towards the end because I had no time to continue, but I do agree with the good anime part. It's part of my young teen years and I love it. And I do like animes, but I don't have the energy to watch any at the moment. My brain is hyperfixating on D&D. Salome Avila Babel, I have no clue if I said that right, I'm sorry, says, I don't have a question, but here, have a virtual hug. Thank you. I hug back. Elena asks, alright, this is the $1 million question. Which is better, Olive Garden or Chili's? I think there's a meme in there that I'm missing, but either way, I've never went to any, therefore the answer shall still lie in the cold dark abyss of the unknown. Anxiety Absorbed Stars asks, do your OCs have any pet peeves or things that they don't like? Yes, but I have too many, so I'll only mention some of them. For example, both Dark from Elementals and Cuillin from D&D don't like being reminded that they are small. They'll both pout at you. Another example I can think of is how Nyx will give you the combo Death Glare Smile if you talk crap about Renan. Rose asks, for the Elementals, have you guys had any noteworthy encounters with the mean unicorns? Oh boy, here it comes. Yes, they have. First encounter was back when Cyrus and the others were alive. I'm pretty sure Rodimus tried to tame one, and the result was his butt got bitten by the angry unicorn. Poor dude still has a scar. The unicorns of this world have sharp teeth too. Second encounter is a petting zoo where somehow they got a unicorn, and Josh went to pet it against Cyrus' warnings. I guess it runs in the family to go near unicorns, huh? Sierra Kvanbeck asks, can I hug all your OCs? If they don't want you, that's fine. I just really need to give something to one of the many people I look up to. Loved your work the day I found it. Yes, you can. We all give you one big group hug. Also, thank you so much. Your support is really appreciated. I hope I can still make you smile with my work. And finally, we are up to the last few questions of this Q&A. Let's go. So, Squeaker asks, 1. Lock in and no address. What's the story of how you guys started dating? Who asked who? When it comes to Lawrence and Lakin, it just happened naturally. They both loved to spend time with one another, and Lakin started to cuddle Lawrence more and more. He felt safe around them. No words were needed. They both fell in love, and they simply both knew. Andy and Noah started falling for each other the more they spent time together. Plus, they're gay/bi disasters. They confessed at the same time, actually. They both wanted to speak to the other, and they blurted out at the same time. 2. Kim, what was your reaction when they told you they were dating? Kim was so happy that they were jumping all around the house, squealing in happiness. 3. Everyone, I'm only going to assume me and my sides here. We know your favorite musicals, but if you could play one of the characters of those musicals, who would it be? Not necessarily going from our favorite musicals, but simply which character we'd like to play. In my case, I'd love to play Jane Seymour from the musical 6, if I had the soprano range. Noah would love to either play Janice from Mean Girls or Veronica Sawyer from Heathers, while Kim would like to play Christine from Be More Chill. Andreas would probably like to either play Anne Boleyn or Catherine Howard from the musical 6. Lawrence would probably like to play the Squib from Be More Chill just to try, and Lakin would probably like to play Heather McNamara from Heathers. 4. I know they don't really deserve happiness, but do you ship any of the dark sides? No. No, I do not. Any ship with them, even within themselves, would be toxic as hell. 5. I would also like to thank you for everything you have done for me. I was on the fence on doing animatics and animation, but you have inspired me to keep drawing. I'm going to dive cuteness. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Please continue your good work. I believe in you. And thus, we arrive at the end of the 2021 Q&A. I have 17 pages worth of script. I have no freaking clue how long this video will be. So thank you everyone who watched the whole thing so far. Thank you everyone who participated again. It was really nice to do this. Until then, I'll see you all in another video. Bye my fellow angels and demons. I love you all.